What's good, YouTube? It's your homie Tony, and we back with another recording, another video of me reacting to the strangest and creepiest videos that I found on the web. So if it's your first time to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscription button. Go ahead and hit the bell so you stay notified when I drop uploads like these. And man, we got some crazy clips to go through today. And I need y'all to spam up your comments and your thoughts on every clip that you see that you say this is strange and creepy. So, first I want to get into some shout outs though. I got some supporters out there that I wanted to show some love to. So, if you in the metaverse, if you be in the metaverse with us, you know what I'm saying? My name is Tony Blizz, of course, on one of my accounts. And my other account in VR chat is Malik Demand, Daman, as one word. Malik Demand 4E82 in VR chat. So if you want if you know either of those accounts, it's Tony Blizz or Malik the Man. So I just wanted to shout out a couple of people. I'm gonna shout out people from the Horizon World, the app on the Metaverse on the Oculus headset Quest 2. Tip Go Hard. I want to shout out Shate. I want to shout out Harlem in the building. I definitely want to shout out Nikki with the E because she been supporting the channel crazy. Shout outs to you, Nikki with the E. And I want to shout out Lilith K Bike Life that I met yesterday in Bunky's Club. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Bye Felisa. That's BYEFELISA 626. Bye Felisa. That's Lisa. That's actually Nikki with the E sister. Shout outs to y'all sisters for holding me down. I want to shout out to I'm Everywhere. I'm Everywhere but Nowhere. That's my homie in there. He supports the channel. He watches. I want to shout out Jordan Betty Boo. You know what I'm saying? Of course, that's home base. Sakura Umi with or Sakura SAKURA UMI 32. Sakura Umi 32. And I want to give a fat shout out to Screams for You YouTube channel for actually mentioning us in their YouTube channel. So if you support that YouTube channel, it's called Screams for You. That's SCREAMSFORU, the letter U. So you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to all of y'all for supporting the channel. And if y'all leave some comments and you start rocking with the channel and I can see your names on you on YouTube and you outside of the metaverse, I'll shout you out as well. If you support it from Instagram or Facebook, I'll shout you out as well. You just all I keep telling y'all to do is comment below the video. That's all you gotta do when I throw shorts out there or I throw the videos out there. But without further ado, man, you know what I'm saying? We got to get into the videos. So check this out. I got some creepy videos for y'all today, man. Creepy. Check this out, y'all.
This is a call to action. This happened in Florida, and people, we need to wake up, stand up, and we need to cry loud. There are too many unalivings, lynchings that are happening. People being found hung, and down in Jacksonville, actually in Baldwin, Florida, they're trying to rule everything that happens to this right here, people like this right here, trying to rule it a unaliving of themselves. This is Keandre Taylor. He was working down in Baldwin, Florida at a travel center, Travel Centers of America, Petro down in Baldwin, Florida. He voiced his concerns many times to his family, even tried to reach out to HR regarding the harassment and the racism that he was facing at his job. But nobody was listening at his job. His family was. But at his job, they wasn't. They failed him. Some of the last words that his family heard from him when he wrote them was, "I don't want to be unalived out here, man." And less than 48 hours before his unaliving, Keandre expressed his fear of dying at the hands of racist staff and co-workers. September the 30th this year, Keandre was hung. He was hung. And at the time of his unaliving, his emergency contact was not notified. His family was not notified. He had been unalive for almost 24 hours before his mother, Tawana Richmond Taylor, was even notified. And there are many inconsistencies and untruths that clearly shows that this was not done to himself. Somebody did it to him, or somebody's. It was extra people. This was done to him. He didn't do it to himself. He had bruises. He had knots on his head. He had a swollen eye, and it was like somebody had actually beat this boy up. He's 31 years old. He has 3 children that are under 10 years old, and they are the light of his life. And this young man was found hung in a storage shed at his job at the Travel Centers of America in Baldwin, Florida, in his uniform. And the only way that his family found out was it was somebody that he was cool with that called the family, called the mother. Now, this may be a procedure, but everybody at his job could identify him. But the police came in and still wanted to fingerprint him. The questions that have to be asked: if he committed an unaliving to himself, how did he hit himself in the eye? How did he hit himself in the head? How did he end up with all these bruises? How? This is just like the Yona Lubrin case and many other cases that are happening all in Florida. This stuff is happening in Florida. We need to wake up, people. And when you try to search this story, people, TikTok, when you try to search this story, there are no news stories, no articles or anything.
Wow.
It's the family crying aloud. So we need to get this out there. We need to share this. Share it far and wide. We need to bring attention to this. Justice for Keandre Taylor.
Wow. Dang. Spam it up, chat, if y'all know anything about that. It's my first time hearing about that. It's crazy.
Need to pray for this boy I'm about to show you, because his family might not ever see him again. So Ethan Gould, a 19-year-old pilot, did something apparently nobody is supposed to do. Ethan, being the pilot that he is, wanted to be the first person to fly around the 7 continents solo. And what did he do? He flew. And he flew to Antarctica and landed on a military base. And you already know what that meant, right? Ethan got locked up. And now they're holding him until they figure out what he was really doing flying in Antarctica. This is his Instagram page right here. And like I said, he wanted to fly to all 7 continents solo and be the first person to do that. But he also wanted to raise $1 million for cancer. This is what he took those trips for. So basically, they detained Ethan because he filed a false flight claim, saying that he was going one place, but he wound up in Antarctica. Ethan was in southern Chile. He left southern Chile, and then he said that his plane was having some sort of complications. And those complications led him into Antarctica. And you already know what happens after that, right? And we all know how they feel about Antarctica. Antarctica is one of the most guarded places on this planet. For what reason? Why is Antarctica so protected? Why can't you fly in Antarctica? What don't they want you to see that's behind that ice wall in Antarctica? Well, if you jump down that rabbit hole, you would definitely be able to see. And apparently, Ethan seen something that he wasn't supposed to see. When he landed on King George Island at that military base, they locked him up immediately. And now, people might need to bring some awareness to this, because, like I said, his family might not ever see him again. If you know about Antarctica, you heard the claims. You heard about different civilizations living in Antarctica. You heard about everything that goes on in Antarctica. And apparently, they're trying to protect it. Jump down that rabbit hole and find out what's going on with Ethan. I'm out.
Whoa. I ain't hear about that either. Spam it up. Let me know what your thoughts is on that.
Where the fuck did he go?
Word.
Where the fuck did he just go?
Word.
Shit! Like, it's literally, you can see all of its lips and his eyes. Look, there's his eye, his lips, his nose. Like, you can see it plain as day from where I'm sitting.
Oh, I see it.
What is happening? Lance? got some scary shit. I don't know what's scary.
Watch how I can turn the TV on and off from the remote with it unplugged.
This TV is unplugged. It's powered off. Okay.
Now I'm about to turn it back on.
Something is happening to our reality, bro, for real. Like, but we about to get into a crazy clip right here, dog. Get ready. This is insane. Just letting y'all know. Get ready for the nuttiest clip of the century right here, son. For real. I want to make sure y'all can see the whole clip. Oh, let me make sure, cause y'all need to see this. This is crazy. I don't know what this dude was thinking, but we gonna get into this clip right here. I'll make sure y'all can see this clear as day. All right. Hopefully that's enough room for y'all to see it. Move that over just a little bit. Okay. Yo, check this out, bro. Tell me this ain't wild. Bruh. Yo. Son is wild, bro. Let's watch that again. Hold on, bro. What's gonna make you wild out like that, bro? Like, just tell me, y'all. Like, what kind of nutty? What's wrong with something? Bruh. All I gotta say is, why, bruh? Why did he do that, man? Cause somebody out there that's watching, please let me know what's wrong with son and why he just did that, bruh. But let's keep it moving.
First time when we ever done it with Papa, the first time when we little done it, we had feared so much.
When you did what?
When we killed the baby, the first time. And
You
we
killed the
about it.
babies?
Yes.
You yourself?
With Papa. Papa holding my hand, he helped me. But he told me to cut the baby's head off. But he forced me to. I couldn't.
He held your hands?
He held my hand, yes.
Like what? Show me.
So this is my hand on the knife. He put his big hand on, and he pushed my hand and then cut off the head. Like that. And then when we got older, we got more used to it. But then we understood. Then when my mom found out about it, she understood. She told me that it's wrong to do this kind of stuff. So then me and Gabriel had still been used to it. But then we had understood that it's wrong.
And so, what the decision is?
And in our decision, we had still a lot of fear in our head. But then when we read a book called June, it said that fear is the mind killer. So when we heard that, we thought that it was true. It was not really true. But then after, there was a man called Abraham who came to help us. He said that it is true, that fear is the mind killer. And then after, he said we had to face our fear. So then after we faced our fear,
Look in the camera. The camera is here.
and then we after,
Camera is here. This
and
one.
then after we faced our fear.
So what you decided?
And
Come here, Gabriel.
And we decided that we should stop. Or then we should
Come,
stop
Gabriel, come
killing
closer to
babies.
Alice.
The first time when we ever done it with Papa.
Wow. Yo, that's crazy, y'all. So let's recap, man. Andre Taylor case. What's your thoughts on that? please let me know in the chat. I think there's some foul play, especially when they say he was found with bruises in his uniform in some type of work storage closet. Nah, bro, there's foul play going on. They covering that up, man. You know what I'm saying? And then he was found hung and all that. Like that's remind me of something that happened in Maryland. They have found somebody hung in Maryland. They found somebody in what's that I think it was New York. They found somebody hung, you know what I'm saying? And these hangings ain't just happening by themselves, bro. Nobody's just hanging themselves, bro. They ruling it as unaliving of yourself. I think it's some foul play going on. That's my opinion. But y'all spam it up in the comments. Let me know if y'all think it's some foul play and that it's fishy to y'all too, man. The 19-year-old Ethan flying to Antarctica and then getting jailed. What is over there? Why are they jailing people for going over there? Why is it illegal to go over there? What is really going on? What's the cover ups? What spam up your thoughts of what you think? I think it's something over there that they don't want us to see or they don't want us to know that they just really don't want us to know. That's you know what I'm saying, as far as I could go on this channel. Um the guy that went through the window, he's a complete nut job, bro. That's wildly insane to me. And then the cult telling the kids to unalive babies and that they gotta face their fears and man, we gotta protect these children, man. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it should be more done on investigating those things. If the government cares about that, you know what I'm saying? It should be more policing on that. You know what I'm saying? It be more investigations, more people coming down on that. But yeah, man, that's very sad. You know, that explains a lot when these kids go missing and you know what this probably where they be taking them and what they be doing with them, you know what I'm saying? But y'all spam up y'all thoughts, let me know your comments, and let's move on to the next couple of clips, man. Yeah, this is strange world when you got to deal with that kind of stuff, bro. For real, for real. But let's watch this together.
Mr. President, this is a photograph of the alien from the movie Alien. This is what you could end up looking like if you eat some of the raw, frozen shrimp being sent to the United States by other countries. Now, let me tell you what I'm talking about. In late August, the FDA found that raw frozen shrimp from Indonesia was being sold in Walmart.
Yeah.
Specifically in Walmart stores in Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, Mississippi, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Texas, and West Virginia. It was being sold under the Walmart label called the Great Value label. If you eat it, how could you end up looking like the alien in the Alien? Because the shrimp was radioactive. I kid you not.
Wow.
It had a radioactive isotope in it called cesium-137. It'll kill you. Even if it doesn't turn you into the alien if you eat this stuff, I guarantee you'll grow an extra ear.
What? Stop playing.
That was bad enough. Obviously, the FDA issued a recall.
An extra ear is crazy.
A few days later, it happened again. The FDA and NOAA, which I'll talk about in a second, found that there were 26,460 packages of shrimp cocktail and 18,000 bags of frozen cooked shrimp being sold once again at Walmart and at Kroger's throughout the United States, containing the same radioactive isotope. How could this happen in America? This is unconscionable. I'll tell you how. Because that shrimp from other countries, which don't abide by the same rules that we abide by in America, which if you eat it will may turn you into the alien, and at a minimum will cause you to grow an extra ear. It's not being inspected. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be inspected by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. We call it NOAA. It's part of the Department of Commerce. And yes, they're inspecting some of it, about 1%. On a good day, 2%. The United Kingdom inspects 50% of the foreign seafood coming into its nation. Even China does a better job than the United States of America. This is unconscionable, Mr. President.
Bruh. What in the shrimp is going on, bruh? Like, first of all, he said 26,000. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to just hear that number. Like, I had to stop it real quick. 18,000 shrimp cocktails. You put those together, that's over almost 50,000 packets. Okay, so yeah. All right, but let's keep it moving, man. That's a lot, dog. It's a lot. Saying it's a lot.
Going on with the crop fields all over the country. By the way, all of those are oranges, y'all. This is in South Jersey, but do y'all see what's going on? I'm not here to scare anybody or push fear content, but family, food is about to soar once again. Why? Well, y'all if you haven't heard, currently there's a whole bunch of videos of ICE agents going around and just raiding random places, y'all. And the fields for harvesting food has been one of the biggest ones, and now we're in September and you guys can clearly see what's happening. Look at this entire strawberry field in Tampa, just completely rotten. Yo, I'm in Florida and I didn't even notice. Like, Tampa's literally my neighbor. I had no idea. Is really in that F around and found out stage now, because they thought Donald Trump was going to help them and make everything cheaper, bring gas down and all this type of stuff, but it's the complete opposite. I said he is here to just dismantle this entire false corporation.
We're here. We are here at the FAFO stage. This is really bad. And if you appreciate my content, please engage with this video. I'm just going to read this to you. Multiple Texas farms shut down after almost 100% of workforce vanishes overnight. In a stunningly swift overnight change, some Texas farm operations had to shut down after losing virtually all of their workforce. An exodus triggered by the increase in immigration raids and increased enforcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you, when it comes to food, make sure you are stocked up, because something big is about to happen with the food. Remember, it started with the porch and everything, y'all. So y'all see it, don't act like y'all don't know, okay? But yeah, did y'all hear about this? Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. I've been telling y'all the shift is here. Y'all feel it. Let's continue to get it. Peace out.
Bruh. That's strange. We gotta protect our food, man. What the heck?
This first one is a story that Father Chris Karate told me. He said that in the previous year, to a particular summer, he had 11 cases of exorcism the entire year. Then, the following year, in the summer, he had 11 cases of exorcism in just the summer. Of those 11 cases, all these people were different races, different socioeconomic backgrounds. Some of them belonged to the gym, some of them didn't work out at all, some of them lived in a mansion, some of them lived in middle class, some of them lived in a box in the alley, pretty much. Some of them had multi-million-dollar jobs, some of them were homeless. I mean, they were all over the map as far as all 11 cases go. What all 11 of them had in common, though, is that they all had the complete set of Harry Potter books. So that was interesting story number one. Interesting thing number two is that being a former Satanist and being a high wizard and actually practicing magic for 26 plus years, I can verify that all the magic spells in Harry Potter are authentic. However, don't take my word for it. J.K. Rowling admits that 1/3 of her research, now she said this in a radio interview around 1999, and this can be looked up on, you can Google search this. She alleges that 1/3 of her research went into occult books, and she took real magic spells, things that people used to believe were real, and she wanted to make the books authentic. So she put real magic spells in all her books. Now that seems kind of crazy to me, but it's from her mouth. I mean, she said it. Now, it is also rumored that she did all of this at an Aleister Crowley library, and we all know Aleister Crowley was not the best sort of person, definitely not a role model. But this last part, this last story, I think, is the biggest reason. Have any of you ever heard of an exorcist named, what is his name? Father Chad Ripperger. He used to be the exorcist in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and he had the school of exorcism there. It's no longer there. It's moved. But Father Ripperger did an exorcism a couple of years ago. And in that exorcism, when the demon manifested, he bound it in the name of Christ and demanded it say its name. And the demon identified itself as one of the six. One of the six doesn't identify it to me, and it didn't identify it to Father Ripperger either. So he asked it to clarify, what does that mean? What is one of the six? So the demon identified himself as one of the 6 demons that possessed J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling apparently had asked through automatic writing to become possessed so that she could write a hit series. And so then she got possessed, and she wrote the Harry Potter series. 1/3 of the magic was research. This first one is a story that Father Chris Crotty.
That's crazy, bro. That's why you gotta watch what you watching, man. You gotta watch out for what you watching. Keep it moving.
The shit that's on the front of this do say is the same shit that was just on Jay-Z pin on his shirt. The Leviathan Cross. Go look it up. It's called the fucking Leviathan Cross, assholes. Go look it up. The motherfucking, they got the goddamn satanic cross right on the bottom. You niggas in the club with your douces jigging with motherfucking Lucifer in your hand, about to possess yourself, huh? Because alcohol, as I broke down 3 years ago, etymologically means al-ghul. Al-ghul means body-eating spirit, okay? When you drink alcohol, okay? Because there's a difference between alcohol and wine, okay? When you drink alcohol, the ethanol that's in it, just like when you go to pump your gas, if you read on the gas meter.
And hold on. The Quran actually, I'm Muslim, so I just gotta insert this. The Quran actually tells you that Satan uses alcohol and gambling to misguide you. But let's keep it moving.
The gas station, it say ethanol. Motherfucker, the same shit that you putting in your car is in your drink. So the ethanol seeps through the fucking lining in your stomach, goes into your bloodstream, thins out your blood, goes to your brain, poisons your brain, and this is how you get drunk, okay? And so this is why, hangovers and all of this shit be so bad and you be so lightheaded, because you literally got ethanol eating away at your fucking brain. But don't worry, because you just want to get rock star wasted. The shit that's on the front of this deuce.
Yep. We've been saying it for years, man. But let's keep it moving.
So y'all true story, be simple and watch this video to the end. Something is going on in the desert. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go.
It's like shit is getting real now.
What do you mean?
So we're off north of our property a little bit, and we were looking for places that naturally hold water.
Okay.
And we found this like little pond that's like north of an arroyo.
That's what's up.
And this thing is filled with kids' backpacks.
Those kids must have forgot their book bags on that field trip. Come on!
And there's like a mound here, and like there's like a bunch of stuff. There's more backpacks. Wildlife activity, like if you dig down.
Okay.
It's like there's backpacks.
No, it's not.
There's little kids' backpacks here.
No. Those are grown-up backpacks.
Like there are kids' fucking backpacks here.
Ain't no way. Come on!
I'm armed.
Yeah, like you got your arms.
We found a place out in the middle of the desert, north of our property, that Kids' backpacks.
Stop. Hey, man. Stop saying that.
This is getting really, really weird.
What you mean you found bones? Are you sure?
Boots?
Kids were on a field trip. They forgot their book bags. They was eating lunch. They had chicken. Those were chicken bones. Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what that guy was talking about. Talking about he's in the desert finding book bags and bones. He's talking about chicken.
Oh yeah, definitely. YouTube, this is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is true. It's all for entertainment. But let's keep it moving.
Bones because the kids were there eating before they left on their field trip and they forgot their book bags. Shut up! It's not a game, guys. What was that guy talking about? Do you know? Because I don't know what he's talking about. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys, and you know what time it is. Shut up! That must have been a skit. Come on, bro. What show is that? Let me know. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys, and you knew what's going on out there. You already know. Stay out the woods. Stay out the jungle. Stay out the desert. What are you doing there? Looking for water in the desert? I knew something was up. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys, and you know what's going on. But I tell you one thing. If I'm ever in the desert, walking, and I see book bags and chicken bones, I'm just gonna think that kids were here eating and they forgot their backpacks.
Shout out to True Story, man. The dude is hilarious. But yo, what's not funny is them kids' backpacks, yo. So we're gonna recap, you know what I'm saying, right here. Yeah, man, that's wow. So, let's recap. Aliens, the alien picture and people being the shrimps being radioactive. That's crazy. They said 18,000 to 26,000 packets went out across several states, including my state, Louisiana, and Missouri was in there where I used to live. I mean, seemed like it was the South and many like Midwestern places too, man. That's wild, y'all. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? When I think about that, it's eerie. It's eerie, bro. You know what I'm saying? Um, what's y'all thoughts though? Spam it up. Let me know what y'all thinking about shrimp now. You know what I'm saying? Is it cool to eat it, or is it only certain places in the world? Like, what's really happening, man? And the crops being neglected from the ice raids and allegedly, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, what we gonna do when the food start running out, or we don't have no more crops, or you know, are we gonna wait till it's too late? Are we gonna say something? Is there something we could do? Y'all spam up your thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what's your opinion, what's your thoughts about this. You know what I'm saying? With the crops being neglected like that, and then the Harry Potter films having real rituals, her really looking up rituals and black magic spells to try to do on people, man. Like I was telling y'all, man, y'all gotta watch the movies you watching. I was just talking with somebody yesterday in the metaverse about that. At the Bunkies Club, like we was talking about how I was trying to tell her, like, yo, she tried to get me. She said, I want to watch this movie called, I think it's called Workers or something. I'm not sure, with the little kids. And I was like, yo, I don't watch scary movies. And she was like, you gotta feel like you protected and this and that. And I'm like, listen, man. If you pop on one of them films and demons live here on the earth, you don't think they popping popcorn behind you watching the film? You're watching them. You know what I'm saying? They the stars in the show you watching. So I wouldn't get into it, but yeah, like that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You to each his own, though. Everybody had their own opinion or what they gonna watch or do or whatever. But in my opinion, I wouldn't watch none of them shows, man. Like. I don't watch scary movies too much, you know what I'm saying? I try to stay away from that. I watch thrillers, I watch crime, but I stay away from like demonic possession type films, man, for real. Like, 'cause I feel like they really playing with that, and then now they coming out about it. Harry Potter actually uses real spells, bro. What do you think about that? Spam it up in the comments. Um, the Do Say bottle again. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the Quran warns you away from alcohol and gambling. So, I'm a Muslim and I believe in that. And the Douce bottle having a symbol of Leviathan on the front of it, bruh. You can't get more weird, bro. Like, I try to tell y'all all the time, watch what you're doing, watch what you're ingesting in your body and digesting, and eat right, live right, work out. You know what I'm saying? Try to stay healthy. We ain't promised forever. We ain't promised tomorrow. But why y'all going out here trying to speed it up and then playing with these forces that you know you should be playing with? Um, the desert book bags and the bones and the boots being found, that's wild, bro. That's wild, bro. Something is definitely happening to them children. Somebody is doing something allegedly, but this is all for entertainment purposes, YouTube, and I'm just telling lies. Don't even, this is all cap. But yeah, man, that's wild. I feel like the Bartel might have something to do with that, or it's the Go Visual. We don't know, but we're gonna keep it moving. Let's get into these next clips, man. That's strange work, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy work, man. Word, like, but something need to be done. But spam up your thoughts. Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Guys, this has been happening for the last couple of days. And it's fucking not on there when I go and check. This has been happening for a couple of days. There's definitely nobody in the room.
What's your thoughts? Let me know what y'all think about that, man. That's wild. That's scary.
There ain't no fucking way. There's all these red drones coming up out of the water and out of the sky right now. There's no fucking way this is real. And it's coming out of more than one way.
Out the water.
That's fucking crazy.
It's hovering over the water right there.
Yes, look.
When they're hovering over the water right there. They hovering over the water. Look at this shit.
This shit is
what
crazy.
The fuck is that?
What are these?
What the fuck?
Yo, what is that? Yo, babe, be careful.
Yo, what the fuck is that shit?
What is that?
Coming out the fucking water.
Holy shit.
What the fuck is that?
They just keep coming.
Coming out the water. What the fuck is that?
Yo,
what the fuck is that?
I got it on camera.
Oh my god, yo, what the fuck?
I got it on camera.
Yo.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, they just keep coming.
What is that?
What the fuck is that?
What is it? What the fuck is that shit, yo? Yo, what the fuck?
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god, what the fuck is that shit? Yo, you see that? It's
What
coming
the
out
fuck
the
is
water.
that?
It's coming out the water. They coming out the
They
water.
coming out of the water.
They coming out of the water. They
Holy
literally
shit.
coming out the water.
Yeah, they're coming out of the water. They just, it started out like 2 or 3 of them, and now they come out like this as soon as I called the police.
They're literally coming out the water.
Look, there it goes, look.
Look, they coming out the water. You see?
Holy shit. Holy fucking shit.
Yo,
what the fuck is this?
The water. Out of space.
Now what the hell going on here, America? Is these UFOs or is these drones? Now do you see this? Clearly, it's something going on in that water. Something is coming out the water, y'all. And it's looking like orbs slash drones slash UFOs slash what the fuck going on? Y'all gonna have to leave a comment below on what y'all think about this one. What do y'all think going on in the James River up in
Word though, man. Like, What's going on? Is that real? Is it cap or real rap? Y'all let me know in the comments.
The giant mothership that has been seen in Daytona, been there for years. This video was from 2023 as someone captured this thing. So it's being reported that in Daytona, a big, gigantic mothership is in the water. And allegedly, the Navy was seeing it on the radar, y'all. And they said it was big. And guess what? They said it's going in and out of the radar. So when it want to be seen, it pops up. When it want to disappear, it go boom. I've been seeing numerous videos, y'all. Now, this is fast forward now, 2025. This video I'm about to show y'all. They never left, but they do multiply. As you can see, it's 2 of them now. They're making themselves known. They want to be seen. They not even trying to hide it no more. Because they got the capability to not be on radar. So they pick and choose when they want to be seen. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
Wow. What in the world?
Now we done went from 34 bodies washed up ashore all the way to 61 bodies washed up ashore with their hands and feet shackled. Y'all cannot tell me that this is not genocide against Hispanic people. What's going on in America right now in front of our eyes, for us not to be furious and outraged about this, I don't understand half of the people that stay in America that can be so heartless and not care about other human lives. Do y'all realize that this go on to the Hispanics? It can happen to us too, man. And I'm going to keep dropping these videos and I'm going to keep supporting Mexico because I'm going to keep calling the devil out on his evil actions. Real talk, man. This is a must that we unite and we stand up to ICE. If they can't come around without that mask on, they need to be laid down and put out of their misery, man. This makes me sick to my stomach. Do you not realize that these are mothers, fathers, children that are getting treated like the Jews in the Holocaust? This is not right, man. Real talk. Everybody needs to go make a video about what's going on right now until the whole world know that they are dropping people out of cargo planes into the middle of the ocean to be devoured by sharks. And the ones that make it to shore, they're not making it alive, man.
Spam up your thoughts, man. I need to know what y'all think. What do y'all think going on in these cargo planes?
There's a spell that I was hired to do on multiple females. It gives them a voice of a lot higher range than what they naturally have. And that spell involves me going into the studio when they're singing, pulling down the back of their pants, and inserting my finger in their rectum. And I do a magic spell to go with it. It's not just a finger in the rectum. We found that spell in I think it was a druid spell book for improving somebody's singing voice. So they may have a range of 2 octaves that they can go up. I do this spell, this will give them 6 octaves.
Bruh. Okay. Let's recap. Oh, shoot. Doggy. Okay, so the nobody behind the door clip is wild work. That is very creepy. What is your thoughts? Now, I do know that you could probably like record that and then split the screen. I was about to say that like you can record yourself doing that first and then split the screen. With technology, it'll look like that's the same shot. That could be one way they did it. You know, that's like I said, that's when you know photography, and I used to do music videos. I used to rap, so you could do that with technology with these softwares that they have, especially like Sony Vegas or CapCut or whatever you using to kind of do that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's it's able to do that, but the fact that he looks so creeped out, do you think it's real? Do you think it's cap or real rap? Y'all got to spam up y'all thoughts and let me know what's your opinion. You think that's real? You know what I'm saying? Or you think, nah, that ain't real, man. He, like I said, you could split the screen and you could do that ahead of time Come back, put that scene on that scene. You won't even see the line in the middle of the screen, and it'll look just like he did it. Now, the way to make me feel like it's real is if he would have stood right in front of the door where it was happening at. Then you can't fake that, because you have to split the screen to put the screen into the screen. Unless you got green screen technology, you could put on a green suit and become completely invisible in front of the camera. Like I said, somebody could have had on a full green screen suit. That's how they do a lot of stuff in Hollywood. You know what I mean? So y'all spin up your thoughts though. Let me know if that's cap or real rap. I'm gonna go with. I mean, you set up a camera to record it, and you know when it's gonna happen. When something is happening, you should be grabbing your camera to try to catch it. It shouldn't be like already set up and you like this, like, yo, look. That's my opinion. So I'm thinking it could have been set up. So it's 50-50 with me. Now the UFOs coming out the water in VA, that could be blue team. Take the T and put a B in front of it. Project Blue Team. Take the T and put the B. Could be them. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Or, they say they're coming out the water. Could be alien technology, allegedly aliens, which is probably the Geo Visit. Who don't know? I don't know. Um, but y'all let me know your thoughts. I don't know. I'm just going with I don't know. I'm gonna go with I don't know on that one. The mothership in Daytona, another thing. I don't know if it's the Geo Visit or if that's real talk, if that's really happening. Um, the bodies washing up shore, bruh. That ain't alien technology and that ain't Project Blue Team with a B in it. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's actually probably happening. And what you think is happening to those people? They being washed ashore, being found with shackles on. Now either that's the Bartel getting rid of their enemies, or that's the Geovizzle. I'ma lean towards the Geovizzle. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And YouTube, this is for entertainment purposes. I'm just capping. This is all lies. None of this is true. But 61 bodies washing up ashore. There's something definitely going on and being conspired against Hispanic race out there. So Hispanic people, please be careful, man, on how y'all moving and just stay alert, man. Take somebody with you. I don't know. Just be careful. Um, the spells on music celebrities, trying to get them to sing a higher octave, it's real. I mean, listen to the voices of Mariah Carey, um, Adele. I mean, just it's different ones, man. It's some from back in the days that used to be able to hit certain octaves that's like, and it's unhuman, man. But y'all let me know. And then I've been knowing that they be doing rituals on the records. You know what I'm saying? They take some of not our, but some of their records to the chambers and they do spells on the music. You can play it backwards, you'll hear certain things. It's not a coincidence, bro. And I'm telling y'all, man, you gotta be careful what you're listening to. You gotta be careful what you're eating. You gotta be careful what you're watching. Protect your eyes, protect your ears, and definitely protect your heart, is what the Quran says about the human being. Protect your sight, protect your hearing, and protect your heart, because they will be weighed on Judgment Day. You're gonna be checked out. You ain't gonna just die and go into a black cloud or nothing. No, we gotta be judged. There is a Judgment Day coming. So anyway, let's get into the next couple of clips. I don't want to chew your ear off and all that. Um, let's see what we got here.
Check this out, y'all. We told y'all that this matrix is collapsing, that this industry is collapsing. Tell me why Cardi B's label got her out in New York looking like a spiritual.
Hold up. We don't know if the label got her out there. Like I was just telling my people. We don't know if Cardi B is rebelling and just doing some, I'm going to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? And she in debt or whatever's going on, or she about to get sued. She did have a lawsuit against her or some type of criminal case just now. She could be settling for some bread outside of the court to quiet that down. We don't know what's happening. So, but that's all speculation. Let's keep it moving.
auntie, burning her sage up in the air, waving her hands like she just don't care, with this Bob Marley hat on, selling all of her albums, including the deluxe, for $9.99. They told her that she has to get out there and sell the CDs, because why? The algorithm is not the same anymore. People are not listening to the music. They're not being pushed out to the public anymore. Now people are choosing what they want to listen to, and Cardi B really ain't it right now, y'all.
$9.99. These are $15 right here, sir. $20. $20. $9.99 for the little ones. Y'all get the little ones for $9.99.
But why is she waving the incense though?
Hold on. Like I said, yo, let me just recap real quick. We don't know if the industry got her doing that. Let me reiterate, you know what I'm saying? We do not know if the industry got her doing that. Let me repeat. We do not know if the industry got her doing that. Let's keep it moving. No one knows.
Is some entities or some spirits after her? Like, what is, I mean, but then again, you know what the music industry is all about. Now, ever since they took Diddy from this industry, y'all, things have been different, y'all. And I had originally said, watch when they take Diddy from the industry, things are going to start going down, because allegorically speaking, Diddy is the daddy of the music industry. That's why he was called Puff Daddy at first and then changed to Diddy, but I digress nonetheless. But yeah, people are feeling it, because I'm not even hearing these, these summertime music jams and all that type of stuff no more. I'm not, none of that type of stuff no more. It's over, because people are choosing what they want to listen and what they want to see via the new algorithm, y'all. This is the new digital streaming age, y'all. It's over for this stuff. Told y'all, the age of Aquarius, breaking down all illusions. But let me know what you guys think about this.
Yeah, streaming platforms did kind of kill the music industry. I'm just keeping it a buck. That's how I feel, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the main, well, not the main reasons, but that's one of the reasons why, one of the small reasons why I stopped doing music and stopped rapping myself. Because it's like, you put this music out there, you're gonna get $0.006, which is not even dollars, it's cents. You're gonna get .006 cent for every spin you get. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not enough bread to. You need like billions of spins just to come up with like even $100,000. Like, come on, bro. But let's keep it moving.
So let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about how Hollywood is losing their power. Have y'all seen The Rock lately? Man's looking different now, ain't it? And he's not the only one, y'all. Now, whenever we see these celebrities looking drastically different, they always want to point out to their diet or they're playing a new role. But y'all, Hollywood is losing their power. They are losing their juice. Now, metaphorically speaking, for entertainment purposes only, TikTok, if Hollywood is really what they've always whispered about, full of vampires, now, wouldn't this make sense? We all know vampires feed on energy, attention, life force, and sometimes yes. And people aren't feeding them this type of energy anymore, because think about it. When was the last time you cared about what The Rock was cooking, right? When was the last time you thought about what The Rock was, was smelling? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he's not the only one out there. They're just coming out one by one, showing y'all they are losing their power. Slowly but surely, they are revealing their true self, y'all, because we're entering a new age. People are too busy trying to survive in this matrix, and you think people have time to give these celebrities energy anymore? Because that's the only thing that was really keeping them alive. I mean, look at this. Look at Angelina Jolie. Y'all seen her? It's all in the fingers. Look at that. Y'all remember that? Khloe Kardashian? Y'all remember what they did to her? Look at this. Look at that. What's going on with the fingers? What's going on with their hands, y'all? What's going on with their hands? So if all this time they've been solely feeding off our energy, what do you think is happening now, since people aren't paying attention to them? This is exactly what's happening, y'all. They're starting to fade away. They're about to become the fallen stars. That's why we see stars falling out of the sky now, y'all. But yeah, the shift is here. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Like, follow.
Dog. Something really going on. Something really going on with them, dog. They must be doing something. They losing a lot of weight though. That's facts. Let's keep it moving though. Yeah, like I said, the baby one is kind of creepy, but I said you could do that with technology. That's my take on that. Keep it
That
moving.
died that you ever buried, they not in that. They not in there. They not in the ground. They're not in the ground at all. You can go dig that shit up yourself. I got $1,000 for you. You dig it up right now. I guarantee you it ain't no bones in that bitch. I guarantee you ain't see no bones in that bitch. It should at least be some bones in there still, right? If their body was down there, right?
Facts.
I was gonna say all the bones got ate by the worms, nigga. Nigga, it ain't gonna be a box in there, nigga. It ain't gonna be a box in there, nigga. I bet you ain't even a casket in there. A box. None of that. See, when I found like, damn, the motherfuckers that run the world is really the real criminals. You don't hear me? When I found out that the motherfuckers in power that run the world, that make the law, are the real criminals, boy, I ain't honoring shit. Y'all got me fucked up, nigga. You hear me? You hear me? You hear what I'm saying? When I remembered that you're not a citizen of this country, you're still a slave. See, that's what's wrong. Y'all need to remember that literally right now you're still literally a slave, nigga.
Free Rashad Jamal, man. Keep it moving.
They were eating the fucking settlers. Yes, they were eating the Native Americans. When Christopher Columbus landed in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, they were eating the fucking Native Americans. It is in their fucking journals. Even John Smith's journal contains that they used to barbecue, grill, fry, and boil the fucking natives. They would cut them up into chunks and fry them like they were fucking chicken, bro. This is the shit they don't tell you in school. This is the fucking shit they do not tell you in school. This is the unwhitewashed story of America. When I tell you everybody needs to grab this book, they put us in hot frying oil. They put us, Native American and black people, after lynchings, they would cut up the body. They would unalive us, do the lynching, and then cut up the body, keep it as souvenirs, and even consume it. And witnesses saw this shit happen, and some of them would throw up because of seeing this. And then they call us the fucking savages. Literally, they call the Native American people the savages and the black people the savages, even though they ate us on some Jeffrey fucking Dahmer shit, bro. Literally. They had recipe books that had people as the fucking meat. We were the meat. When I say grab this book, but only grab it if you're ready to actually understand the unwhitewashed version of America. Y'all can try to lie to yourselves and learn the bullshit in the schools, but this is going to unlearn everything you learned. If you still see the link there, that means it's still in stock. Grab it because it goes very fucking fast. They were
Let's recap. Bruh. Cardi B selling CDs on the street, bruh. You can't get more strange than that. What's y'all thoughts on that? And I don't, like I said, I don't think the industry got her doing that. I don't know though, but her little self selling CDs by her little self, that's not how the industry moves. It would have to be like at a larger scale than what's being claimed there in that video. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion on that. I think it would be way more than that. You know what I'm saying? So, but y'all spend up y'all thoughts. Let me know. But I think Cardi B just went out there and said, "Look, man, I got to get this chicken." And it looks to me like that's the similar spot where I used to sell my CDs on 2/5. And I done moved about, what, 3,000, almost 5,000 CDs out of a briefcase. I used to have a suit and a pitch and used to get donations. You know what I'm saying? To help my studio prevail. Like, when it's real, it's real. You gotta get out there, dog. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do something. And I wasn't getting signed, so I was like, "Look, man, I'm gonna get this bread." So that's what I think she did. Something, or either she might be in debt or something like that. But The Rock losing weight like that. What's your thoughts on that, man? Like either he was on roids or he ain't drinking protein shakes no more. I don't know, but that's weird to lose that much weight because son was a wrestler. Imagine him getting in a wrestling match now, like the size he is now, with one of them big dudes. They gonna toss him around like a little doll. That's wild, yo. That's wild. The mirror doing stuff behind those people in those videos. First of all, like I said, you set up your phone to record like that. When something really happening, you're gonna have your phone in your hand and you're gonna be trying to catch it. It ain't gonna be set up to catch something. And like I said, with technology today, you can split the screen and have it doing stuff. Now the little kid one, I don't know. That's I don't know, man. I can't call it on that one. That one may be real, but all the other ones you can fake those. The bodies, nobody's being in the grave, that's real talk. There was actually a video circulating the internet on Instagram, I believe it was, with a guy who worked as a grave digger or something like that, and he was saying how they was picking out the casket and trying to check it, and it wasn't nobody in it. And then he started asking questions like, "Why this casket so light?" And he said, "Don't ask questions you don't want to know." And then he said, "Who's our biggest seller is the restaurants. Our biggest, um, I guess our biggest customers is the restaurants." They said, "Where the bodies going?" He said, "The restaurant." And so then we seen a KFC commercial with them throwing somebody in the oil. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you put two and two together, it's gonna make four, man. That's my thoughts on that. I think that's probably happening. They probably really is cooking these people. And that's why Muslims, I'm Muslim, like I said, that's why we was already encouraged to eat halal because the animal that you eating, is an animal and it was slaughtered correctly also. Two things, that it's a real animal that the Bible or the Quran do not tell you or forbid you from eating, and it was also slaughtered well. It was killed in a way where it doesn't cause a lot of fear and tension in the animal. Um, but yeah, so the eating the slaves is crazy. The lady at the end, that just all ties into what we was just saying. So all that's making like one big pot of gumbo, man. Eating the slaves, bro. Like, and then Rashad Jamal saying basically you still a slave. And if you look into Straw Man and all, we're gonna get into these new clips, and I'm gonna show you real quick what's going on with that. So, but yeah, man, spam up y'all thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I need to know what y'all thinking. Let's get into the last couple clips of the evening.
What? It's the way the people around you position themselves around you to get in your pockets and in your mind.
Let's hear what Oprah asked him first.
The people around you position themselves around you to get in your pockets and in your mind.
Another thing, if you take notice or not, when Oprah was talking,
again,
it's the way the people around you position themselves around you to get in your pockets and in your mind.
Another thing, if you take notice or not, when Oprah was talking, David had his hand over his mouth, and like he was saying to himself, "Oprah, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do." And so, but David was fearful of being on the Oprah Winfrey show. And not only with the appearance that he was making, the gestures and sort of thing, and the looking around, but when David left the Oprah Winfrey show, I got a phone call. And who was a phone call? None other than David Chappelle. And he told me some things that he speculated of Oprah Winfrey. And I said, David, I told you not to go on that show. I told you not to go on that show. But Oprah is one of the queen bees, dark bees of the Illuminati. David was, doing his comedy in the local comedy clubs, but then he got a phone call again. And he said, called me and told me, he said, cuz, they called me again. I said, who called you again? He said, the executives. And he said, they want to talk to me one more time. They're thinking about the possibility of me doing the Chappelle show and doing it the way that I want to do it. I want to be, he said, because the only reason why I told them when I talked to them the last time that the only way I would do the Chappelle show again would be if I did it my way. And it would be set up on my terms. And I told it on Oprah Winfrey show too, that the only way that I would do the Chappelle show again, it would have to be on my terms, my way, and and the money that I make, even if it wasn't $50 million, it would have to go to the people, and but it had to be on my terms. So I said, okay, David. I said, well, do you trust him? David said, yeah. David said, well, I think I can trust him this time. So I said, well, David, whatever the situation is, please give me a call. He said, you know that's right, cuz. And so David left. We hung up. I should say we hung up. I have not heard from David. Not even today. I have not heard from David. Now, what I think is this, that I'm believing that they told David that they wanted him to see something. Just like they did Bernie Mac. Oh, yes, indeed. They showed Bernie Mac the cloning lab, and he went down and he saw how people were being cloned. And when Bernie Mac came back and told Steve Harvey and D.L. Hughley and a few others, and that he saw the cloning lab and that something had to be done to stop that foolishness of what they were doing. Well, Steve Harvey and D.L. Hughley went back and told the top brass.
It's what? It's the way the people around you.
I remember the Bernie Mac stuff, bro. Wow, that's a deep rabbit hole. I remember that, though. Bernie Mac definitely did come out about that. If you remember that, spam up your thoughts.
Let me tell y'all a true story. Beats up boom. Watch this video to the end. Bed bugs in Walmart. TikTok. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go.
So I come to Walmart and we looking through the clothes.
Okay.
And look what we find.
Get the
bed bugs crawling on the clothes. Look, y'all.
Yo, I'm done.
We are in Walmart in Toledo, Ohio.
Are you kidding me?
Playing. You got bed bugs crawling on the clothes.
You still copying your drip from Walmart? Come on.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Not at all.
Be careful, it's bed bugs crawling on these clothes.
Where's the race spray?
Yeah, man, we gonna go back. Glory to God.
Get up out of there.
We need some service.
This is ridiculous.
Cause y'all got bed bugs crawling on the clothes.
Wow.
My God.
Stop playing with me, son. TikTok. This is for entertainment purposes only. I didn't say anything. She said it. She said there was bed bugs in Walmart. She found it. I didn't find nothing. Shut up. You still getting fresh at Walmart, aren't you? Matching pants. You probably bought the boots too, right? Stop playing with me somewhere. You better check them shits thoroughly. Because there could be bugs in it. This is getting out of hand, guys. Not even shopping is safe. I'm telling you right now. Stop playing with me, son. Be careful, guys, because you see what's going on out there. That was in Ohio. I mean, somebody brought them there. Probably was an employee. Stop playing with me, son. Who knows? The manager could have brought it. But I tell you one thing. If I'm ever at a Walmart and I decide to pick up a t-shirt to buy and I see bugs on it, yeah, can I get some help?
Son be wild. Damn, yo, bed bugs on the clothes.
Have you noticed the red CUSIP numbers on the bottom?
Look at this.
CUSIP is the acronym for Committee on Uniform Security Identification Procedures, a committee of the American Bankers Association. A CUSIP number is used to identify a financial asset or bond. This bond is a security note on the New York Stock Exchange. Why? because you are worth money to the international bank that bought your identity during the bankruptcy of America in 1933.
For real? Crazy.
The birth certificate became the identification of the monetization of the spirit and body of a living human being. With the existence of the birth certificate, your straw man was born. The artificial, legal, on paper, you.
Go check out the movie Sovereign. I had watched it with my people in the metaverse and big screen. You know what I'm saying? I had showed the movie Sovereign. So go check that out. It's in the theaters too. You could go to the theaters and watch it. I recommend. But yeah, you can stream it through Prime, I believe. I'm not sure. One of them platforms that show it. Or you could go to the theaters and watch it. But yeah, I seen it. Good flick.
And this artificial you represents the debt America will never be able to pay off. In 1913, the Federal Reserve Act was signed into law by Woodrow Wilson. And prior to that, Americans owned property free and clear of mortgages or taxes. The Federal Reserve is a maritime lender, operating on interest and taxes. When the United States went bankrupt in 1933, the international bankers swooped in, and the United States government pledged to sell everyone out by leveraging our future earnings, labor, and assets as collateral to back all of the money the government borrowed. As an added bonus, our government also pledged our federal territories, national parks, and nonprofit organizations.
All this truth.
And because of this power play by the international bankers in 1933, London still runs and owns the United States. Until the Federal Reserve is completely abolished and we return to the gold standard, the United States is 100% controlled. Do not fool yourself to think otherwise. So back to the straw man.
Heard that what she said?
The straw man is your legal persona. It is the name on your birth certificate displayed in all capital letters. Capital equals money. Your marriage license, your car title, your health insurance, the list goes on. Your straw man exists to confuse you into thinking that you actually own everything you buy. The straw man is the artificial you, and if the artificial you fails to make a payment, the powers that be can take your car, shut off your energy, your cable, turn off your water, and even take your child away. When your child is born, the minute you sign their birth certificate, they become a ward of the state. And if you don't follow their rules, the state can come and take your child. Have you noticed the red cusp?
Like I said, go watch Sovereign, man. He break it down in the movie. It's just deep movie.
Let me tell y'all a true story. Peace up and watch this video to the end. Ladies, be careful. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go.
So I'm in this gas station, and I go to use the bathroom, and I notice there's a lock on the outside.
What?
Right? So when you close the door, it locks you in. From the outside.
Come on.
You have no way of getting out. And it's not on the men's.
It's not
Tell me that's not fucking weird. That's weird.
Nah. Come on.
On the men's. Only on the women's.
What?
Not on the men. Only on the women's. They're trying to steal women. Trying to get them.
Ladies, be careful. Why would they put a lock on the outside of the women's bathroom, but not on the men's? Shut up! You know what time is it, guys? What if there's an ST inside of there? You know? Why would they want to lock you in? Because inside there might be a secret. Shh, don't you say it. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys. You know what time is it? All that independent stuff you talk about. You're gonna need a man traveling, especially. You can't be out there alone. What are you? Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys. You see what's going on in these streets. Now ask yourself this. Why would they put a lock there? Understand that. Adults ain't gonna be the only ones going in that bathroom. Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what that lady was talking about. She was just saying a whole bunch of stuff. They put that lock up there for different reasons that we don't know nothing about, but everybody's okay and everything is just fine. Shut up! Understand what's going on here, guys. You've seen the movies. People go to the gas station, never come out. Husband goes looking for them, never finds her. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys, and you know what time it is. Nah, I'm just playing around, guys. That was a movie. This is not real. But I tell you one thing. If I ever go to a gas station and I walk inside and there's a lock on the outside of the door on the woman's bathroom and now on the outside of the door of the man's bathroom, yo, get my 2 set.
Oh, word. Like, locks on the outside of the bathroom, you done?
Breaking news, y'all. And I don't know if you guys are hearing about this because they're not calling it what it is anymore. But the government of Nepal has collapsed, y'all. The whole country is on lockdown because they banned social media everywhere. It got so bad that the police had to spray down the people with water, y'all. It's crazy out there. So guess what the Nepalese people did? They hit the streets to just... They showed them how groovy that they wanted to get in this music festival, y'all. Like, it was non-stop party action, jumping, you know, crisscrossing. It was everything, you know. Crisscross make you jump, guess what, right? Y'all? Even the Nepalese people in New York threw their own type of music festival. Although this one was a little bit more calmed down. See the guitar right there, y'all? Because, yeah, they're not going for this because they can't even get in contact with their people.
4 hours after protests against a social media ban in Nepal turned deadly, the government has reversed the restrictions. 19 people were killed and hundreds wounded when demonstrators clashed with police. State TV has reported police had been using tear gas, water cannons and rubber bullets, but also yesterday opened fire with live ammunition. It is said to have come when some of the thousands of young people gathered outside the parliament building in Kathmandu pushed through barbed wire and tried to storm the complex. In all, upwards of 100 people were...
Apparently, this was supposed to be a peaceful music festival, but I guess some dancers got out of hand.
It was supposed to be a very peaceful protest, but it turned out to be the most ridiculous one in the history. I don't know what's happening. Guys, Nepal government, what are you doing?
The protesters then took it to the parliament building where the prime minister reside and forced him to resign, y'all. And then they burned his private home down. This music festival is crazy, y'all. But y'all, did y'all know about this? I told you the Nepalese people are burning everything down. They are burning everything down, y'all. And there's a lot going on. Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace
Mm. So, let me know in the comments what y'all think about today's rollout. How'd y'all enjoy the clips? It's crazy, right, man? We going through like some crazy times. Man, Chappelle was unalived and cloned. What y'all think? That really happened? Because, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. The new Chappelle don't look nothing like the old Chappelle. He gained weight. The Rock losing weight. Then the bed bugs in Walmart. Whoa. That explains the epidemic of bed bugs going around. You know what I'm saying? Because if you buying it from the store and you bringing it home in a bag, you know you got that new store smell on there, and you thinking your clothes is straight. You know, you wear them straight from the store. You want to put on some fresh drip. Well, how many of y'all washing and drying something straight from the store like that? No one. So you put that on, bring it home, leave it in the bag, and them bugs just not in your crib. Um, the cuss-up number on the birth certificates, that goes along with the movie Sovereign I was speaking about. I watched that movie and yeah, man, dude was saying that stuff like I'm not representing myself as a straw man. I'm representing myself as the individual, and the judge walks out the courtroom, and that's happening in real life too. They abandon the court. The bathrooms being locked from the outside, strange work, but that explains why a lot of the women and a lot of the children going missing. Not only is the children, but it's women. And if that's what they're doing, wait until you go into a public restroom, then we need an alternative to public restrooms. We might have to start pledging the government to put up porta potties out. You know what I'm saying? And not even trusting these stores and seeing if you go in the store and investigating if there's little trap doors or whatever's going on in there. But the lock being placed on the outside, somebody should actually report that store or any store like that. It's actually a safety hazard, a fire hazard, all kind of stuff. You're not supposed to be locking the door from the outside. Nepal collapsed, banned social media. That's wild. Did you see how they was being hosed and the authorities came out there to shut it down, you know what I'm saying? And then they burnt down dude's private home and made him resign. That's what happens when the people get together and they say enough is enough, man. Learn from that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, as always, YouTube, these are some of the creepiest and craziest videos out there on the web, man. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you stay updated when I drop videos like these. Um, I want to end with a free Palestine, support Palestine. A lot of children are out there starving in Palestine, you know what I'm saying? Food is not getting to them. So prayers up for Palestine. We pray, may the Creator, may Allah, God, the Creator, help those people, man. May the Lord help those people. Amen. I mean. All right. So salute to y'all for watching. Appreciate you, man. And until next time, YouTube, stay blessed, stay safe, stay vigilant.